I've got another shoe in front of me that is a performance basketball shoe that I don't use to play basketball in. But what I can do with this shoe is give you my thoughts on how they perform off the court. This is the incredibly popular Curry 9. Let's get into it. As far as modern performance basketball shoes go, the Curry 9 is up there with the most popular. It's second only to probably the Nike Zoom GT Cut, which I don't know if you guys have been following, is fetching some crazy dollars over on StockX and other resellers. The Curry line has gone consistently from strength to strength over the past few years, and I think the real turning point came with the Curry 8. The Curry 8 wasn't impossible to get, but you did need to act pretty quick if you wanted a colorway in that shoe. It sold out almost guaranteed, and as soon as they were gone, they were gone. Well, that's a given. Anyway, I actually have never owned a signature Curry shoe. I have admired them, but I've never actually taken the plunge to buy these particular models. I have had experience with the takedown versions. The takedown versions were called the 3.0 line. I had the 3.02, which was a mid, the 3.03, which was a low, and the 3.04 in a mid. The 3.04 was probably my favorite of all of those 3.0 models. They don't make those anymore. There is a hover splash model that's available. I'm not sure if that's meant to be a takedown. That retails here in Australia for 180 bucks, so it's a little bit pricey when you compare that against the fully featured Curry shoe that retails at 220 bucks. I don't know if they've always been this good, but I really love this Curry shoe. It's fantastic. It's not for everyone though, and I'll talk about that towards the end of the video as I kind of wrap things up. Let's get to why I really like this shoe, and it's really because they've nailed the two fundamentals I think when it comes to sneakers. Number one, it looks good, and number two, it fits really well. I didn't own a pair of the Curry 8s, but what I do know is that the uppers changed from that model. Thankfully, they've gone away with a booty style construction. I probably can't say that because I don't know exactly how that booty fit in that shoe, but what I like in the Curry 9 is that they've gone for a more traditional setup. More traditional in the sense that you've got a moving tongue, although that is attached on both sides, something that we would call fully gusseted, and they've replaced the knit upper from the Curry 8 with the warp tech that we first saw in the Under Armour Flow Velocity Wind. Interestingly, this shoe also has the Flow midsole, which was introduced in the Curry 8, and that gives this shoe a really similar setup to that running shoe, the Under Armour Flow Velocity Wind. Unlike that shoe though, which I have given my thoughts on this channel, this shoe fits a lot better thanks to a really roomy toe box. It really gives that warp upper the space it needs to do its job right. The warp upper is meant to expand and contract as you need it. And one of the other benefits of the warp upper is that it is relatively comfortable on foot. It is breathable, and so having that room to do what it needs to do just really elevates this from a comfort perspective. It isn't a full warp upper though. Around the heel here we do have a suede panel that is counted really nicely, so there's a really locked in feel that you get when you step your foot in the shoe, and it's also got that really popular flared heel tab that we've seen in a lot of shoes lately. One thing that I like about the style of this Curry 9 is that it feels a little bit of a hybrid between a low and a mid. It certainly feels stable on foot. It's not low like a low is, but it's also not looking as high as what a mid usually is. I think that just really helps give it a unique shape. The tongue is padded, the heel collar itself is also padded, and I feel like it's those features that really lend itself well to wearing off the court. Normally, when you get a basketball shoe, they need to fit quite tight and they're quite rigid because they need to be. They are supporting some pretty serious lateral movements and they need to perform first on the court before you can even consider how they would go as a lifestyle option. This shoe does seem to find a really good balance in giving you a stable fit while still being comfortable. Underfoot cushioning is provided courtesy of Under Armour Flow. If you've never used a Flow midsole, its major claim to fame, I guess, is the rubberless nature of the compound. Under Armour claim that you're still able to get the traction and the durability while reducing the weight that would typically be associated with putting that rubber over the top of the foam compound. I have run in the Under Armour Flow Velocity Wind, and while that shoe wasn't for me, I had put over 50, probably close to 60 Ks in it before I decided to park it. And what I can say is I never had any real issues with grip, and durability looked like it was actually pretty decent. I didn't have any major wear issues with it, and so I would think if you're using this for lifestyle wear, you're not going to have any issues either. If you are using it on the court though, you might need to be conscious of the ground that the shoe's making contact with. If you are on outdoor courts, I would expect that to wear down pretty quickly. What you can expect from the midsole though is a firm, responsive, but nicely cushioned ride. I wouldn't be expecting anything that's overly soft underfoot, but you're not getting anything that is uncomfortable either. There is a lot to like in the Curry 9, but I still don't think it is for everyone. I think if you absolutely love the silhouette or you love a colorway, you can't go wrong. If you're intending on using it purely for lifestyle wear, I think it is heaps comfortable to do that job right. I think the issue for me comes with the availability of the shoe itself. Tight availability means that you're unlikely to see a shoe like this discounted. If I was recommending this shoe to someone, I would recommend it as a solid option if you really love the silhouette or a particular colorway. If you're looking for a basketball silhouette just to kick around in, there are a lot of other options at this price point that are often discounted that present excellent buying as well. You've got models like the KD14, the recently released Kyrie Infinity, which while is not discounted right now, is $30 less than this at a retail price. And then there's those recent releases from the Jordan brand like the Why Not 05 that also retail at $190 and $30 below the asking price for the Curry. If you do decide to get the Curry 9, I would go true to size, and if you do end up with a pair of these, you will not be disappointed. They're a great shoe. Personally, I think it's fire, and that's the end of the video. Let me know what you guys think of the Curry 9 in the comments below. And while you're at it, if you think there are better options out there for a basketball shoe, a performance basketball shoe that you can wear off the court, let me know what you think those are. Until the next video, laters.